Okay, so welcome back, guys. What is the vibe? I hope you all are good. As usual, we're going to start with the weekly recap. It's Kenny again. I'm back again this week to explain these charts. First pair, we're going to do a trade recap of what we did last week, the trades we took last week. And the trades we analyzed last week. So last week we were looking for sells on USD If you watched the video of last week, you remember. Looking for a pullback to this point to have the entry here, but we saw a rejection. I posted on my Twitter that I was waiting for I need a pullback, which price pulled back, didn't give me a new entry, a new rejection. Then I didn't take the trade. As you can see, price has sold off again. Next, I'll give you guys the update on what we plan to do. If you've been watching my videos, you know the next move. I won't say it now, but let's finish doing the trade recap. Patrick, we were looking for sales last week. We were looking at the zone at this point, broke to the zone, came to this our zone here, the same zone we were selling at this point, came to this zone and sold off from there. So we missed this trade. We didn't get any entry signal here, so we didn't take any trade. So the trade that we missed, that very sad trade that we missed, was NZDUSD, guys. We fucking missed NZDUSD. Remember, we said we were waiting for a pullback on the last video, waiting for a pullback to this point and our entry signal. This was our entry signal here, but this was kind of the confirmation entry that I was waiting for. So I missed this trade, guys. I fucking missed this trade. Why? Because I had this trade at entry. Yeah, I had this trade at entry. I think I'll add it somewhere here. I had this trade at entry, but I missed this trade because of I went to the 1 hour time frame or the 2 hour time frame. I didn't really like. I wasn't really fucking with what I saw there, but I later understood what I was meant to do, the solution of what I was meant to do. So I missed this trade. In fact, I basically missed all my trades last week. I missed all my fucking trades last week. Missed the majority of the trades. The ones I caught, I predicted everything perfectly to the T, and I missed everything, all my trades last week. The one of the trades I missed that really pissed me off was this one, NZDJPY. NZDJPY, I saw this trade at the entry. This was a 2-hour entry. I saw this trade at the entry here, and I wanted to enter, and I was like, okay, let me wait for a wick pullback. That's a wick, just a wick, a shadow of the candle. Let it shadow up into this place, wick into this point, and then I would sell. Funny enough, price never did that. Price dumped all the fucking way from that point, dumped all the way, and just kept dumping and hit our TP of like 124, which was sad because these lines are for next week. I missed this trade. And it's just making me to be missing a lot of trades. AUDJPY, I missed AUDJPY too. AUDJPY, as I said on the last video, I'm waiting for you back into this point and our entry signal. This is our entry signal here. But I like this rejection at this point. I like it, but I was waiting for a kind of a pullback to retest this EMA better than another rejection to enter the trade to the downside. That would have been some kind of, should I say, on lower time frame, you get the left head, right shoulder. I was waiting for kind of a right shoulder here to not enter the trade to the downside. I missed this W again. I missed, how many W's have I missed this week? I've missed 1, 2, 3, 4. I've missed 4 W's this week. NZDCAD, remember we said last week that we were waiting for a pullback into this point. We're here waiting for a pullback into this point. It led this level here to buy. Price never got to this level, and price bought up all the way. So we missed this trade. NZDCAD, this is the one we caught, guys. This is the one we caught. We entered beautifully. I dropped the trade on my Twitter. This is the only trade we took last week. Only this trade. We didn't take any other one because we haven't seen any beautiful price action on other trades. This was the only one after missing all of our trades, up to like 4 or 5 wins this past week. This would have been this had the chance of being the biggest week ever, but I didn't manage it properly. Right, so this kind of things happen, but just know that the best wave will still come again, and we will be there. We will be there to catch it. So we missed this trade. NZDCAD, very, very beautiful left head, potential right shoulder entry, entered from here. Price dumped all the way down, very, very clean. Some people DM'd me on my Twitter that they caught the trade. I'm very, very proud of you guys. You guys, at least you guys are learning from the videos I do drop here, and also learning from, and also gaining from the signals I'm dropping live. So the next pair we missed was AUD USD. AUD USD, remember we were waiting for a pullback into this point. Price missed it by like 1 pip and then dropped all the way to our take profit. So that was another trade we missed. GBP AUD, we wanted to buy. Price never pulled back to any of our areas of interest, so we weren't interested in taking any of the trades. Last but not the least was EUR/GBP. EUR/GBP were interested in selling. Price just pulled back to this point right now. I will decide if we're interested in it for this new week. So on to the pairs for next week. We're back again, guys. I'm going to be as quick as possible in doing these trade breakdowns for this week. If you notice, I'm not in my normal space. I'm out. I'm actually out. So, but I'm still here so I can be there for you guys, so that you guys can keep up with our trade analysis this week. So the pairs we're interested in this week, I'll keep this as quick as possible. I won't really explain much, but I'll try my best to do the best I can. Yeah. First pair we have is USD/JPY from last week. Remember, we have the same zone. Remember, you know how we marked up the zone from the last video. If you've not seen the last video, you can see the last video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Basically, we said we wanted to sell from this zone last week. Price came and reacted from this zone, pushed, broke above it, broke under it again. So I'm waiting for a pullback to give us a very, very, very beautiful left head potential right shoulder. At this point, that's where we'll look for our entry to sell. So that would be a very beautiful trade for next week if this can set up like this. Okay, so the next pair would be NZDCAD. Remember, we missed this push from last week, so we're looking for the continuations to sell. Right, we're following the trend. The trend is your friend. If you also look at it from another perspective, you can still see some kind of left is bigger, maybe left head, some kind of right shoulder, right? And this will be the pullback here will be the retest of the neckline to sell, right? Basically. And it looks very, very nice. If you also go down to the 4-hour time frame, you'll still see this left. Let me say this left head. This is not the head. Let me see, this is left head, right shoulder, the retest of the neckline somewhere here to sell. Alright, so that's basically that for NZDJPY. NZDCAD, remember we caught these sales, these beautiful sales last week. That's a literally we caught. We caught these sales last week, and we can obviously see the left head right shoulder. Anybody can see this now. Anybody, as long as you've been following me. Like I keep saying this over and over again. Like you just can't. This left head right, you can see left head right shoulder waiting for the retest of the beautiful neckline to give us our entry to sell. Basically, that's what we're waiting for, just to continue the sales. The next pair we have CAD CHF. CAD CHF, I'm very interested in CAD CHF. Like I think that was first week of this challenge, I guess. I think, yeah, I can't remember, but as usual, CAD CHF is at the lowest point it has ever been in the history of CAD CHF. Like, I don't even know, this is the lowest point I've ever seen CAD CHF. So anytime, as you know, anytime price created a low, it had a retracement. Anytime price created a low, it had a retracement, right? Anytime price created a very, very historical low, let me put it that way, historical low, it had a retracement here, here, here. So history is bound to repeat itself, right? But we're going to work with a lot of confirmations before we can take this trade. If we go down to a lower time frame, I think on the 1 hour time frame, we're going to be waiting for a break above this level, this zone right here. We're waiting for a break above this zone to have a pullback, then we'll find a way to buy. So we're looking for a counter trend trade on CAD CHF. Euro CHF, if you know that, if you watch the last two videos, you'll see where we were looking at this pair. If you also follow my Twitter, you see that I said that I was waiting for a break under this zone to look for sales. Price has broken under this zone. It retested it and sold for a little bit. Then it's pulling back right now, so it's giving us a second chance, right, to sell. If you go to the weekly time frame, if you go to the first video I ever did, you see that on this YouTube, this first video I ever did on this YouTube, you see that I already marked up how to draw the bullish and bearish structure on the weekly on this pair. So if you go there, you will watch it and understand. This daily is bearish, waiting for a pullback to this nice level of support, resistance, very nice level. Give a pullback to this zone to sell. Also that same zone that we were looking for price to break under, retest and then sell. That's what we're waiting for on Euro CHF. GBP CHF, I am waiting for a pullback to this zone. I've been playing this pair. This trade this week was a high risk, but I learned a lot from that trade too. So I remember I've been selling from this zone. We sold here, we've just been selling. So waiting for price to pull back to use the same support level as resistance to look for confluences to buy, basically. I'm also seeing that price can actually reject from here. When market opens, can actually reject from here, but I would be more comfortable entering after price pulls back into this zone again to have the push to the upside. So the next pair is NZDCAD. I'm very interested in this pair because it's also at the lowest point price has been. It's also at the lowest point. It's price created this low, pushed. I'm expecting a push to the upside, right? But on the low, here where it becomes tricky is on the lower time frame. I need price to have create another low, another push to the upside to give me that kind of W pattern to look for buys, right? So that's basically what I'm waiting for. A break under, a push, a pullback, and I'll enter the trade buys. That's the counter trend trade. The next pair is GJ. I am very interested in GJ for this week. If you go to the daily time frame, I marked up this very nice level of support and resistance. I'm waiting for price to break under, give me a retest, and I would sell GBP JPY. I'm interested in the sales for GBP JPY this week. I don't know have to explain the why, but okay, I can explain the why. GBP JPY on the weekly time frame is bearish. It's bearish for me. On the daily time frame is bullish, and on the 4-hour time frame it is bearish. So we have two time frames pointing to the downside. That is two time frames in sync, but it's going to be tricky. This is going to be a tricky entry. Definitely has to be under this zone, because if you notice, anytime price go to this zone, it rejected, but it always has a rejection, right? So this is a very nice level of support and resistance. We're waiting for price to break on that retest, give us our entry signal, and we would sell. AUD JPY, we have been missing. This pair has really been messing with us. We missed the sell here, a 1 to 4 hour. We missed another 1 to 4 hour here. We missed another a 1 to 6 hour on this pair. This pair has been killing, or has been, see, we're meant to be killing this pair, but we aren't actually killing it as much as we should. But nonetheless, as long as we are the ones that have the skill set, we'll definitely kill this pair sooner or later. Trust me, we'll definitely kill this pair. We're going to be killing these markets back to back. So I'm waiting for a pullback to this zone to sell on AUD JPY. I would have chosen other zones, but I think I prefer the same zone. I don't want to stress. I don't want to over stress or force things that are not there, right? I just want to keep it as simple as I can. And the last pair, but not the least pair, is EU AUD. But EU AUD, basically, I wanted to buy last week. If you notice from this tweet, I talked about all the pairs. I broke them down, the 10 pairs we had. I think last week we won, we were correct about the direction of 8 pairs out of 10. We were correct out of 8 out of 10. If you check from this recap I did, you see we're correct about 8 out of 10. So this UAD was among, but this UAD would have been a beautiful trade too, but I ignored the trade based on personal reasons. I think experience wise, I guess. So I'm also not this week. Should I say? Nah, I'm not interested. I'm going to delete this. Let me not force anything. So I think we have these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9. I think I counted this so fast. So these are 9 pairs for the week. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Keep you guys posted there. Mostly keep you guys posted there. And don't forget to watch other videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out, guys.